Cinema has the power to change the way we see the world around us and shape how we learn about ourselves. But that power can all too easily distort reality when it excludes cultures from the screen or reduces them to one-dimensional stereotypes. Author and film historian Donald Bogle has made recognizing the challenges of negative portrayals and their lasting impact the focal point of his career.
Hi, I'm Robert Osborne, and I'm back again tonight with my special co-host, Donald Bogle.
Robert, my good buddy. Glad to be here.
Bogle has become the foremost authority on African Americans throughout cinema's history. His work has opened the door to a world of discovery, providing movie lovers with a rich knowledge of Black achievements in the face of systemic barriers. For his work in the field of historic preservation and contextualization, Turner Classic Movies is proud to present Donald Bogle with the Robert Osborne Award. Presented every year at the TCM Classic Film Festival, the Robert Osborne Award celebrates an individual dedicated to keeping film history alive and thriving. As an author, professor, and historian, Donald Bogle has been a guiding light in illuminating the overlooked corners of Hollywood's past, and has proved to be a crucial authority in understanding the racial imbalances of Hollywood's storytelling practices.
What first got you interested in African American films in general?
Growing up, I grew up in Pennsylvania, in a little suburb. The movies, of course, were my refuge. And for me as a kid, what I always wondered was where the Black actors went when they weren't on screen. Because they had such a strong inner life in their performances that I felt there was something else happening. I realized even then that there were great distortions in Hollywood films and that there were stereotypes. But I was very much intrigued by the energy and talents of these African American performers.
Bogle's journey has revealed significant insights into often unknown performers of the screen and stars who have become eclipsed by time. As fate would have it, Bogle began his career as a story editor for famed filmmaker Otto Preminger. The former titan of Hollywood had previously directed two significant all-Black films in the 1950s. His independently produced Carmen Jones, starring Dorothy Dandridge, Pearl Bailey, and Harry Belafonte, and Porgy and Bess with Dandridge, Sidney Poitier, and Sammy Davis Jr. Bogle's lifelong love of Dandridge made working under Preminger a vital starting point.
It's the first job I ever had, and he was sort of terrifying, but he did have charm. And we sat around his desk. He said, "Well, Mr. Bogle, do you have any questions?" And I said, "Yes, Mr. Preminger. Can you tell me about Dorothy Dandridge?"
Bogle would hone his skills as a writer and researcher when he joined the ranks of Ebony magazine, working as an assistant editor and writer. His passion for cultivating an interest in Black film and culture at the publication remains his legacy.
I had a certain perspective, and I felt that people reading about film history pertaining to African Americans, and not a lot have been written, that it was important to bring this perspective to it. And my first book was Coons, Mulattoes, Mammies, and Bucks.
As a chronicle of African American depictions in film, Bogle's book sparked a much-needed conversation around the types of roles Black performers were being offered, in a time when Sidney Poitier and Hattie McDaniel remained the only two Black actors honored with Academy Awards. Now in its 5th edition and enduring as a required text in film schools across the nation, his book encourages awareness of the unconscious biases created by negative portrayals.
It's a story that goes back to the very early days of movies. You know, in the early years, whites in blackface played Black roles, but when the real Black actor and actress got there, they had all sorts of obstacles in their way, but what always was able to shine through was this extraordinary talent and this energy.
Bogle has continued sharing his valued and welcomed insights on race and representation in Hollywood for decades. He produced a documentary series highlighting Black American female entertainers and has written 10 books that trace the history of Black performers both inside and outside the industry, including a Dorothy Dandridge biography in 1997. Bogle's book helped ensure Dandridge's legacy as a captivating star of extraordinary talent whose career was held back because of her race. Bogle has remained a confident, affable voice within the conversations surrounding the past, present, and future of Hollywood's relationship with race. His warm and inviting presence has made him a trusted expert on talk shows, screenings, and as a university professor. He has helped audiences become more informed of cinema's past as it relates to the story of America. As a champion for the underrepresented, Bogle has challenged Hollywood to grow and evolve. These lessons have revealed themselves in more multifaceted, nuanced representations of African American life on screen. We cherish Bogle's intellect and heartfelt geniality, and his work contextualizing cinema's challenging history has benefited movie lovers around the world. We are honored to present the 2023 Robert Osborne Award to our dear friend, Donald Bogle.